In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Guard yourself from idols. That's what John said. Those of you that enjoy the law, thou shalt have no other gods before me. That's what God said. And don't make any graven images. Don't make any idols. Any god that is no God will disappoint you. Anything that you would pull out of the world to put your hope in is of the devil. The whole world is under the power of the enemy. And so you will be disappointed. Turn from idols to God and his kingdom. That's real repentance. And that's what the folks in Thessalonica did. We're in 1 Thessalonians, and we start the second chapter today. You yourselves know, brethren, that our coming to you was not in vain. But after we had already suffered and been mistreated in Philippi, as you know, we had the boldness in our God to speak to you the gospel of God among much opposition. We had the boldness in God. You won't be bold against the opposition of the enemy. In fact, anything you try to do to win against Satan, you will lose if you do it in your own power. But when it's the boldness of God rising up in you, then you win. You walk in victory, because in Jesus, God has won the victory over the enemy, and that victory is yours if you walk in the boldness of God. Verse 3, our exhortation does not come from error or impurity or by way of deceit. What we are sharing with you is nothing but truth that comes straight from God. Just as we have been approved by God to be entrusted with his gospel, so we speak, not as pleasing men, but as pleasing God, who examines our hearts. See, if you live your life to men, you're going to be disappointed. If you live your life to men, you're going to get dragged into all kinds of darkness and perversion, because this world is full of corruption. Remember, we talked about how in Galatians, in the flesh, if you sow to the flesh, you reap corruption. So here we see Paul didn't come in the flesh. Paul didn't come to please men. We see that in verse 5. We never came with flattering speech. And as you know, we didn't come with a pretext of greed. We're not asking for any donations. We're not taking up a collection. No, as God is our witness, nor did we seek glory from men, either from you or even from anybody else. That's walking boldly, carrying the gospel of God. You're not living trying to please men. No, you let God live his life through you. I want to show you that one more time in 2 Corinthians chapter 5. Verse 20 says this, therefore, we are ambassadors of God, as though God were making an appeal through us. We beg you on behalf of Christ, be reconciled to God. See, that's how it is. We let God's boldness move through us. We're his ambassador, but he's the one that's speaking through us in a bold way to bring his gospel. Behold, the boldness of God that's in you. And don't live your life to please men. No, live your life wide open that God would be free to live through you. God bless you as God lives boldly through you today. I look forward to being with you.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. You can have all this world, but give me Jesus.